Political commentator Fraser Myers has suggested Chancellor Rachel Reeves has many reasons to cry following the latest disappointing economic figures. Speaking on GB News after GDP data showed the UK economy contracted for a second consecutive month. When asked by GB News political editor Christopher Hope whether the poor GDP figures explained why Reeves was seen tearing up in the Commons last week, Myers responded, "I think it's one of the many reasons. She is under a lot of pressure." The Chancellor was observed crying during Prime Minister's questions 8 days ago, with a tear rolling down her cheek as she watched Keir Starmer face Kemi Badenoch. A spokesperson for Reeves later stated the emotional display was a personal matter unrelated to political events. The UK economy shrank by 0.1% in May, following a 0.3% contraction in April, according to official data released this morning. This marks the second consecutive monthly decline, with analysts warning that a third month would meet the technical definition of recession. Reeves described the figures as disappointing but maintained her commitment to economic recovery. "Getting more money in people's pockets is my number one mission," she said. "While today's figures are disappointing, I am determined to kickstart economic growth and deliver on that promise." The Office for National Statistics reported that May's contraction was driven by falls in production and construction, with only modest growth in services partially offsetting the decline. Myers argued that Reeves' growth strategy is failing to deliver results, leaving the UK economy in a state of stagnation. Her growth plan is not working and the UK is stagnating. "It has been for some time," he told GB News. The political commentator suggested this economic failure had severely limited the Chancellor's options. That left her with the only option, to cut spending. Her backbenchers weren't playing ball, so she has been left stuck, Myers explained. The pressure on Reeves has intensified following her planned welfare cuts being abandoned by the Prime Minister last week, creating a £5 billion gap in her budget plans. This reversal came after backbench resistance, forcing the government into what was described as a humiliating climb down on the proposals. Myers drew comparisons between Starmer's political standing and that of French President Emmanuel Macron, suggesting both leaders have become ineffective despite their electoral victories. "It's interesting to tie this to the European situation with Macron over here. Basically, we see Keir Starmer as a bit of a lame duck leader," Myers stated during his GB News appearance. The political commentator noted the remarkable speed at which Starmer had reached this diminished status. "It has taken him a year to become a lame duck. In fairness, it took Macron 8 years to become a lame duck," he observed. Myers' assessment comes as the Labour government faces mounting economic challenges and internal divisions, with the Prime Minister's authority appearing weakened after being forced to abandon key policy proposals under backbench pressure.